Hello, everyone. Let me take this off. I always forget I have this on. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Good? Everybody's doing good today? Let me pop this chat out so I can pop that out and be looking at it. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing okay. All right. Hello, Virgo Love. Hello, Anna Earth Loves Tarot. Hey, Sassy. Hello, Nini. Hello, Nita. Let me get my tail over on my own channel real quick. I know. Hey, Dee. So, I know there's the breaking news that the president has been impeached officially. I'm probably not gonna discuss that too much right here. I might go back to back live to discuss a little bit further. I'm not surprised, of course. I don't think anybody should be surprised that that's happened. I think what's going to be very interesting, and we're gonna see this from the solar eclipse chart. What's going to be interesting is this next lunation cycle and then what happens thereafter. Huh? Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you. Hey, Miss Heather. Hey, you and your feelings, baby. So I think what's gonna be happening in the government in the near future, we can definitely kind of like look out a few months astrologically and energetically and kind of see. Um, but what I want to do really is bring everything back to us here. Okay, so for those of you that are watching the replay or those of you just joining me live for the first time, welcome. My name is Lisa, and this is Heart of Inspiration. And here at this channel, we help you learn to live life in spirit. Okay, I want to get just a couple of things out and done here. So just, for everyone, you see down below right here, heartofinspiration.net. That's my website. So you can go there and book time with me and whatnot. And there's plenty of downloads, free downloads of past videos. We'll be refreshing that soon. And then patreon.com/heartofinspiration.net. That's where you guys can work with me on a monthly basis. And I'm starting all of those December readings / scheduling time, 30, 60 minutes of time with you guys. And then you also, when you become a Patreon, get discounts at certain levels on everything at heartofinspiration.net. And I did just add $1 a month Patreon level. That's going to come into play as we're starting our podcast here very soon for 2020. You guys will get the video of the podcast first if I do a video, or you'll get the podcast that stream will be posted there as well. I'm at present recording podcasts. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on iTunes, and probably a few others, Google. So we're going to get it everywhere, right? And have a few different series. But we'll talk a little bit more about that when we talk about the 2020 planning here very soon. So, hello, I miss your face too, Victoria. Hello, SR. Tiff Moonchild, how are you, baby? All right. Y'all did not come for all of that, so let's get into what we came here to get into, which is the chart. So, the solar eclipse that is going to be occurring the 25th into the 26th of December, depending upon where you are located in the country. Let me look at the time here. Let me look at the time. What time? You know what? Let's just ask Google. What time is the solar eclipse happening in December 2019? So the solar eclipse, the maximum, it's going to be at its height on December the 26th at 12:17 a.m. So December and on Eastern time. So if you're on Eastern Standard Time, okay, Eastern Standard Time, New York, East Coast time, 12:17 a.m. on the 26th. For the rest of us, then, go back 11:17 here in the Central Time Zone where I'm located, 10:17 p.m. on the 25th on Christmas night, Mountain Time, and then, go back. What Pacific Time would be? Where is my YouTube? That's crazy. Pacific Time would be 9, right? 9:17 p.m. Okay. Now, hey Sylvia. Sylvia, we still need to schedule time together, I believe. So, as I said in the description, so some of this, guys, is straight astrological information. A lot of this is also channeled / intuitive as I've been meditating on the energies that are coming in. We've been talking about this already. If you saw the 2020 forecast, talking about, and that's the first of many 2020 forecasts we'll be doing here, coming here shortly and over the next few weeks. This is an indigo child adult, an indigo spirit, light worker, star seed awakening, right? This is kind of like a spiritual, like this is the second part of the spiritual renaissance that was really ushered in 2012. Okay, that's when Neptune entered into Pisces. So we entered into that, right? Then at that point, and that transit lasts 15 years. So like 2011, 2012 was when Neptune entered into Pisces. We're about halfway through that at this juncture. Neptune, as you can see here, is, I don't want to do that thick. Neptune over here, just as a side note, is right here will be at the time of the eclipse at 16 degrees in Pisces. So that transit lasts till about 2026 in that general vicinity. So we're smack dab in the middle of this spiritual renaissance, this deep spiritual, intuitive, deep knowledge. The 12th house where Pisces is also the karmic house. It is also the hidden things that have been hidden for so long we haven't wanted to deal with them house. It is the house of the dark night of the soul. It is the darkest time in the astrological wheel right before the dawn, right? Because wherever your 12th house is, whenever you get a natal chart, this line right here, right, is the and I'll just put this here. This line, I can't draw freehand like that, is the horizon. So the 12th house is, the saying goes, is darkest before the dawn. So it's this like really deep, dark, but I'm turning towards the light. So it's this darkness. If you notice when you dream, most of your vivid dreams come right before you wake up. So it happens at that cycle of sleep. So what happened when Neptune came into Pisces was this grand beginning of this renaissance, this awakening. And we're smack dab right now in the middle of that beautifully spiritual awakening cycle and time in humanity. Okay, it can also be the time for illusions to fall away. If you've noticed over the last few years, there has been a kind of falling away, if you will, from standardized religion. People are waking up to maybe this really isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Maybe there's more than what I'm being told from behind a pulpit or from behind a podium or what have you, right? Or however your childhood methodology of worship was, a stage or whatever. So, there must be more than what's maybe just written in this holy text. What is the energy behind it? What is underneath it? And that's been the theme of this time period we're in. Neptune takes 15 years to get through each sign. I don't think there's going to be any of us on this live right now that's going to be alive the next time it comes back around. Just saying, if y'all have found that fountain of youth, I know humans are living longer, but I don't think it's going to happen. But you know what? If y'all here, in this present iteration of yourself and this present avatar, hey, God bless, send something up for me, think about me and say, girl, yes, I was here. But we're not going to see it again. And there are some other things, and this solar eclipse and all of these aspects that we're having and we're about to have are major, major, major changes, major disruptive to the norm aspects that we will not see again, certainly in this lifetime and for many, many lifetimes to come. Big things happen when these aspects happen, and they're actually happening in a different way than they ever have before in known human history. Now, midday, and I'm stuck still a little bit, and just follow me, okay? When the sun is at somewhere between noon and 2 p.m. locally, it is at the height. And actually, typically, you don't get the hottest point during your day. At least I don't, where I'm here in Wisconsin. But you typically don't get the hottest point of your day really until about 3 to 4 p.m. Okay? Until about 3 to 4 p.m. during the day. So right now, energetically, spiritually, as far as the spiritual awakening is concerned, we're kind of at high noon. All right, we're at high noon for this to be occurring. And that's pretty darn significant because this is, if you think Neptune's at the middle, it's at 15, 16 degrees. In Pisces, we're kind of at high noon, midday for the spiritual awakening. And now we have this beautiful, what is about to be a superstellium. And this, let me tell you something. This is the first of a couple, 3 superstelliums we're going to see all in Capricorn. Let's get into it. On the 26th, I'm going to put this in green. On the 26th, this is the stellium that is going to be occurring. Jupiter, the moon, and the sun. Technically, neither the moon nor the sun are planets, because technically both the moon and the sun are luminaries. But for the sake of discussion today, we're going to call it a stellium. Jupiter will be at 5 degrees in Capricorn, the sun and the moon, because this is a new moon solar eclipse. So not only are we not really seeing our emotions. Because remember what the new moon is, for those of you that do not know, the new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct. Therefore, there is no light from the viewpoint of Earth, from the vantage point of Earth. Remember, the astrological wheel is all surrounding around Earth. Earth is in the middle. Don't laugh at me. We're going to get to the being able to draw better another time. But Earth is in the middle. Everything's revolving around Earth. Okay? So from the Earth's point of view, we're not seeing any light from the moon. Remember, the moon is a reflective body. It does not have any light that comes from it on its own. The moon being your ruler of your emotions, right? The ruler of the emotions, of intuition, all this kind of things, right? Those gut feelings, that's what the moon rules over, is not seen at the new moon. So we're devoid of we should be devoid of emotional attachment to things and able to see things clearly at the new moon. However, this is what's also happening here. The sun is being eclipsed by the moon, right? So energetically, this won't happen for all of us all around. I don't know where exactly the solar eclipse is going to be able to be most seen. However, it's not going to be here in the northern hemisphere, certainly, because it's happening at night. So the southern hemisphere is going to be able to see it. But third dimensionally, energetically, there's also not a lot of third dimensional sight. There's not a line of sight because the moon is blocking completely the sun. Follow me on this energetic basis. So now we're not having our emotions engaged, and our third dimensional eyes aren't seeing. So what does that mean? That to me says that spiritually hidden, the light is hidden. So there's hidden light, not for your third dimensional eyes, but your third eye to see spiritually, have great sight in that fashion. You guys following me so far? Let's drop some hearts in the comments. Hello, Vernell. Hello, Tawana. Hello, MK. Hello, anyone else that has joined. Amethyst. Mochahannes, hey, baby. So, yes, Anna, trusting our intuition. Not only just our intuition, but this is why it is so critically important for us to be very open, right, to hearing what our spiritual eyes are seeing, to getting the downloads, to opening the crown, focusing on that third eye, and letting it drop in our heart. And we're going to get there. There's something else I want to mention at this point, too. Y'all know I was talking about that Frozen movie in the other video, which at this point, then I'll link in the description box below as soon as I get done. But I was talking about Frozen a lot last night. There was another statement that was made in Frozen, and it was said that water has memory, that water holds memories. And it really was referring to water holding the energy of our ancestors, of our history, of the Akashic records. Water holds all of this. We are what? 90%, 80% water, our physical being. I'm going to propose to you that your intuition, your knowledge, your secret, your personal purpose has been stored not only just in the DNA, but in the water of your very body. So when the moon, which the moon moves the waters, right? It rules the tides and all of this. It's got a very strong gravitational pull towards the water. It can move water. Water goes in and out. Water can conform and get into a crack and underneath in the smallest and then fill that whole cavern up. It just needs a little small sliver of an opening for the water to flow. I'm going to propose to you that this is allowing this water, allow the water of your spirit and the memory, without seeing with your third dimensional eyes, without thinking with your third dimensional mind, and where you're holding all of these beliefs and memories and thoughts about yourself and how you're supposed to be, and this is how we're supposed to act, and this is what we're supposed to do, and you can't do this, and you're not meant to do that, and oh my gosh, you're practicing witchcraft, and oh my God, you're crazy, it's heresy, blah, 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 right? Can you put that to the side? Please. Huh? And allow the memory, the memory from the Akashic record, the memory of who you truly are, to come and rise up and flow in the crack. And flow enough into your person, allow it to be drawn out by this new moon. Allow it to be drawn out. And allow Jupiter, Gemini, seriously. Do you see my kitty? You guys see my kitty? Allow Jupiter, baby, to bring about this spiritual expansion. This is what we're going to talk about next. Now, you have Jupiter that's conjunct all of this, what's going on. So now we have the hidden things, the hidden sight, the hidden things. And now all you have to rely on is your, what we would call your subconscious. You only have to rely on your third eye and your crown chakra to hear, right? To hear. I know that sounds strange to say an eye can hear, but eyes can hear, because even if you couldn't hear the sound from what I'm saying, you would have a good general idea of what I'm saying and how I'm feeling about a situation simply by looking at my facial expression. So your eyes can actually hear. Gem, just lay down. Okay? So your eyes can hear. So let your third eye have that spiritual, right? Get that knowledge. Jupiter is about expansion and about gifts. We talked about this last night. I'm going to continue to talk about it again. 2020 is about gaining a supernatural spiritual gifts that then will come in a divine manifestation and assist you in your third dimensional life and world. It is going to assist you in building and creating your divine manifest destiny, in creating your world. We see and we know already, okay. We see and we know already, no. Here we still have Pluto and Saturn conjunct. Pluto being the personal transformer, Saturn being the teacher, the governor, the one that says, okay, now look, baby, now you've been doing this way for a very, very long time. I might need you to switch it up. What lessons have you learned? What lessons have you learned? Hello? And can we transform now that we have all this information and I'm teaching you these things? Can we use this for personal transformation? What is now going to govern your life? What's going to govern your life? Are you going to continue to sit and allow whatever was said about you before govern your life? Or are you going to move forward and allow the expansion of Jupiter and the gifts that are being given to you from the heavens? Are you going to allow that to happen and accept them? And then begin to learn to and utilize them actively, okay, during your transformative process. Also, what's hanging out over here, let's not forget, we have wonderful and beautiful Mercury at the galactic center, you guys. You know, I can't line this up any better if I put the darn planets up in the heavens myself. Mercury is at the galactic center at the very moment that this new moon happens, this solar eclipse, that Jupiter is opening up its wonderful bag of gifts for you, and Pluto and Saturn are over there going, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. We're changing. The communicator, the one who holds all of the secrets of the sun, because it's the closest to the sun. It goes around the sun real fast, 88 days. That's all it takes to go around the sun. The communicator and the holder of all the secrets and the one that delivers the messages is at the galactic center of the entire Milky Way galaxy. So it is at a portal. The sun comes up on that portal tomorrow, the 19th. Mercury on the 25th/26th will be at the galactic center at the very time we are experiencing a solar eclipse, new moon, Jupiter conjunction in Capricorn, and Mercury will be in Sagittarius to kind of bolster and help and amplify the message that is coming to you via Jupiter without being hindered by your physical sight. Why do I say all of this is spiritual in nature? Because I'm looking at where Neptune is over here. And I'm also looking at where Mars is as well. In a loose trine with Neptune, Mars in Scorpio, right? We've got the water signs with their cool planets. They like being there. They cool. Neptune's at home. Mars is chilling in its first home. Saying, yeah, I like a little agitation. I like a little push. Let me push you. Let me remind you. Don't forget Scorpio, or the 8th house, is about contracts. It is also about leveraging others' resources, other entities, other people's resources. Why does that come into play? Because these spiritual gifts being given from the universe didn't originate with us. Also, this is also a gathering together of, remember, we've been kicking some people off our bus, and we've been letting some people on the bus, right? Some people got to get off the train. We ain't riding with y'all no more. I ain't with you no more. I need a beat when I want to say them words. Right? You're not part of the tribe. I cannot give you any more of my energy because you're no longer deserving of it, because you're not helping me to evolve, which is all this Plutonian energy. You're not helping me evolve. So if you're not helping me evolve, I can't entertain this anymore because I no longer have time to entertain it. because I have a purpose and a plan, and I have something I'm supposed to be doing, and I see it for what it is, and I am being not just groomed for. I swear, my cats, they really want their screen time. I am being not just groomed for it, but I am being activated. And because I'm being activated, I'm finding another tribe. Maybe I already have. Maybe I found a different family, whatever. But I'm finding my soul family because all of us are gathering together in this Capricornian energy. Remember that the North Node all this time is still in Cancer and the South Node is in Capricorn. So we're leaving this fundamentalist idealism and coming into a more esoteric, intuitive, empathic, water kind of expansive and more of an individualistic, expansive level of spirituality and our spiritual walk and our spiritual knowledge. Okay? Now, get down, 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 down. Now, let's also talk about this lovely heavy blue line from all this that's going on up here all the way down to Uranus and Taurus. Holy cats. Could we have anything more explosive or expansive than a trine of this stellium, of this expansive, explosive, powerful, gift-giving, benevolent, fabulous energy to Uranus in Taurus. Uranus rules Aquarius. What is Aquarius all about as well? It is about that higher spirituality. It is about a collective spirituality, a collective justice, a collective righting of the wrongs, a collective expansive thought, collective expansive, higher spiritual, godlike, if you will, universal, high frequency thought and practice and speech. It's been down there hanging out. It's still in retrograde. I know it's about tired of being in retrograde. But it's down there in retrograde in Taurus. And it's been in retrograde for some time for a reason, though. It's giving us the opportunity to revolutionize our day-to-day walk. It's giving us an opportunity to revolutionize how we operate with the higher universal God, creator, beloved, collective consciousness and bring it into our personal life. And how fabulous is it that we've got all the rest of this energy that's trining it? Man, that's in complete agreement with it. That's like, yep, we're good. Normally, we're, Earth, and we're not moving that fast. But oh boy, this shift, this is an earthquake. This shift feels good. This shift feels freeing. This shift feels like it's a brand new foundation because it is manifest destiny. And this is going to shake you up enough where you're comfortable enough to say, I've got to break free and be me. How absolutely wonderful is that? And on a deep and individual level. That's what this solar eclipse is. This is personal and collective growth. This is personal growth. I saw that in the comment. Thank you. This is personal growth while at the same time being collective. Holy. Seriously. If you never, ever, ever thought to, or were too afraid to step into who you are, you have no choice right now but to step into who you are. Well, I shouldn't say that. You do have a choice. This is going to be the easiest leap of faith you've ever taken. Right now with this energy. If you've wanted to increase or have an increase in your spiritual gifts, this is the time to go get it. If you've really wanted to step into what earthly, right? The job, the career, the business, the what have you, that really speaks and sings to your soul, this is the time to lay that foundation and write it all down and make it happen. This is the time to decide, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And here's my plan. Here's my plan. Because remember, Capricorn, 10th house energy, is about the long-term planning, right? This is career, not just single solitary temporary job, right? Lifetime goals, lifetime achievements, what you are known for, what you are famous for or infamous. This is that time. And this is the moment that you can grab a hold to the gift. Grab a hold of the gift of purpose. Grab a hold of the gift of your destiny. And this is the time we move it into the manifestation queue and process, where we finally put it down in our heart. And as we're coming into this full moon of January the 12th, as we begin to finally release it in its full force, Indigo, Starseed, Light Worker, Light Warrior, I guarantee you that if you do it with full faith and full intent, set your intentions hard and fast that this is the life, this is the purpose, this is the time, and I am the person. You set that intention so hard. This is the time, I am the person, this is the result. I don't know quite how I'm going to get there yet, but this is the result. But I will follow the leading every step of the way. If you're willing to open yourself up to that communication that's coming from the rest of the galaxy and other dimensions and other realms and other solar systems, and that's a greater universal galactic energy than what we possess right here in our own solar system, that's kind of inside its own bubble. And now we've got a little Mercury saying, I'm going to give y'all one more chance. Hold on. Here it is. I'm going to put it right. I'm going to put myself right here so you can hear, okay? It's like that beacon, right? Like a distress signal, if you will, or a homing beacon. Beep, 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 beep. A tracking signal to help you track down who the heck you are and what the heck you're supposed to be doing, if you don't already know. But if you do already know, this is great, because now we're going to get more gifts and more tools and more things to help build the house, build the destiny, build the life. This is the moment we enter into the ability to truly create. We've had this, we've been practicing it, we're supposed to have been practicing it. It's okay if you ain't been, but now's the time, okay? This is, let's get it together. I guarantee you it's going to come to you faster than you could have ever imagined. Heaven and earth will move. because you have declared and decreed and put your intention and your energy out and said, this is devoid of, this isn't about my emotion. This isn't about how I felt about myself. This isn't about how so-and-so felt about me. This isn't about me not feeling like I'm good enough. This isn't about me feeling like I'm too good. This isn't about none of that. This is the reality, the spiritual reality that supersedes all physical illusion. As it is above, so it must be. Not just it is. As it is above, so it must be below. And if you can grab that concept into your soul, into your heart, during this new moon, with all of this beautiful gift-giving, expansive energy there at your fingertips, there's nothing that can stop you. There's absolutely nothing that can stop you, but you have to learn this here. You've got to drop it in your heart here. It's going to be a tad bit more difficult to do it later. So I'm just going to ask you, could you please really try to do this here and now while this opportunity exists, so that we all can jointly walk into 2020 full of purpose and of promise, with tools that we never knew we could possibly possess, and knowing that we have access to more whenever we want or need. This is a very abundant, giving, benevolent energy. That was good. That was good. Okay. Personal revolution and people revolution. Let's see. How long have I been on, guys? I don't even know. I gotta open this up. Wow. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to take a few questions from the chat if you have them. We're going to be doing a all signs reading probably tomorrow. And all signs tomorrow. Thank you, MK. I appreciate that. Hey, Willie. You guys like this? Oh, everybody has. Sorry. I'm trying to catch up with some of the chat. Hey, Bebo. I did get your email. I'm looking at some of these things. What if you are confused which way to go? I don't think you had to make a necessary decision. What I'm going to say is do some more meditation, Bebo, and follow the peace. Whenever I don't know which way to go, I follow the peace. I take one step in one direction, and if I don't have peace in it, then I'm out. I go the other direction. And yes, Willie, the universe will always send you hints and clues. Let me tell you guys something. Your own body, your cells, made up of water. We're going to dive into that on the podcast. I mean, we're going to dive deep into that on the podcast. Your cells are literally like a lie detector or like a compass, right? Like when you're about to do something or somebody says something to you and you know it's a lie, if you can feel your own muscles, they basically tense up. Like, you know. So when you take a step one way, you'll know if you're not at peace, you'll know immediately. Well, Bebo, you have to separate your mind from your intuition. That comes with practice and meditation, learning to quiet your mind and listen to the small, still voice. When people say that to me, often say to them, okay, have you ever had a thought and been like, why did I even think that? That's because your mind is thinking something, your spirit, your true self is like, no, why would I even think that? Most of the time, right? So we can separate ego or mind, third dimensional self, from our higher selves. That really gets into practice with some good meditation. And I do have on this YouTube channel some good guided meditations for you. A supermoon today? I don't think there's a supermoon because it's waning. When is the podcast starting? I need another week or so. We'll start at the beginning of the year. I want to record quite a few episodes so I can start putting them up. So I can have them up. I'm gonna have. I guess we can get into this now. It's all going to be under Heart of Inspiration. That's where you're going to find me, Heart of Inspiration. I'm going to have one series that's going to be guided meditations. And then I'm going to have the other first spoken series I'm going to have is going to be called Indigo Deep. And we are going to get into the things that I have wanted to get into, but can't get into typically on YouTube. And I believe I'll find an audience for them on the podcast. It is literally going to be going deep into this indigo life, into this starseed life, into this spiritual life outside of religion. Why do we feel this way? Why do we act this way? How can I tap into my higher self? How can I tap into my spiritual gifts? Like going like almost like a class, right? And just able to discuss a lot of those things. So that podcast is going to be there, and then that's going to feed into later on in the year. A very good friend of mine is going to start his own internet radio station, and we'll be on there as well. What is the difference between your gut knowing and your insecurities and your inability to trust? Did you guys answer that? Your gut knowing, your gut knowing happens in your solar plexus chakra. That's primal, but it can be part of your intuition. Insecurities are things that have happened externally to you that then cause you to have doubts about yourself, um, low self esteem, or what have you. Those are sacral chakra injuries, right? So there's differences in all of that. When you get a gut feeling, that's typically a lower vibrational, but it's still an intuition. I'm very excited too, Anna. By the way, Anna, I need to reach out to you because next week I want to have like a panel, yourself, and then we'll maybe bring another couple of people on. But I want to have a panel of like spiritualists and tarotists and just esoteric people, kind of just having a discussion, really about how we got to where we got to and that kind of thing. So I want to have that. We'll do it on a Zoom thing, and I want to have that panel. So I hope you're interested. It'll be okay. Yeah, intuition is peaceful. You have your sage. I love my sage, baby. Video, video, video. What is that about for now? So, the beauty about doing podcasts, guys, and I'm going to probably end up cutting this after this. So, I mean, when I repost it, um, Chakra cleanses are great. Yeah. And Bibo, I did get your email. So, I mean, if you want to work with me, we could figure this out because I can help you with that. Um, being a Reiki master and all that kind of good stuff. But there's something wonderful about the podcast because it's the podcast concept, right? Because it's just me and the microphone. And I don't, it's just me and the microphone. And it's like I'm speaking to a room full of people, yet I'm speaking to no one. So there's something to be said about that whole, like, I don't have to worry about the lighting. I don't have to worry about the set. Like, I don't have to worry about a lot of things with a podcast. And I can just really be me. And people aren't necessarily looking to say, well, I may or may not be pleasing to the eye to some people, so they don't want to watch me, or maybe they don't like my set, or maybe they don't like my chakra goddess or whatever. I happen to love her. She's fabulous. So that's really why I love the whole podcasting. And then, being able to bring people onto the podcast and doing a whole lot of stuff. So I just feel like that's going to be a space where we can talk about things. They can go deep. I don't find, and a lot of people have said this to me, that there's not enough out there that goes below the surface for those of us that are gifted, indigo, star seeds, light workers. There's just not enough that really gets to the meat of a lot of things. And so that's where I want to go. That's where I've always wanted to go. I think that the person or the people that are going to be the most interested in that and that level of growth will probably be the podcasters. Yeah, Reiki healing. Yep. So that's why I was saying, Anna, because I'm a Reiki master. I think you are too. I'm a Reiki master. So yeah, the chakra cleaning can really help. Bibo, I haven't read the whole thing. I'd be honest because I had to work. You guys know I have a day job. I'm glad you felt lighter after you sent it, and then I'll get into the whole thing in a little bit. So Bibo, I do distance Reiki, so just we can email back and forth. I do distance Reiki. We can work on you. Okay, guys. Whew, cheese and rice. Do we have any other questions? Before I try to only be on an hour now. Just because it gets to be a lot. Yes, Anna, that's very true. Chakra cleansing music. And then I've got a couple of guided meditations. If you look under guided meditation on that playlist, Bibo, on the channel, I know I have one for each of the 7 chakras. So you can do that individually as well if you want. And they're like 20 minutes long. And that's going to be the thing, guys, with the meditations. I've got so many already ready to go. But I'm going to keep my meditations to like 15, 20 minutes. Because people, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time when you have guided meditations, they're like 45 minutes or an hour. Oh my God, right? Like most people, if unfortunately, in this like microwave society, a lot of people don't have time for that. And so I wanted to do meditations where you could do 15, 20 minutes in the morning before you leave out, get your day started right. And for those people that are just starting to meditate, man, 15 or 20 minutes is a long time. Right? Like you're just learning. You can't just jump in the deep end and go for an hour or 3 hours. And then we'll start doing longer ones. And we'll start doing the deeper, like more intermediate or, advanced ones. Because I did one like for Kundalini Awakening. Hey, I thought everybody was cool. But, with Kundalini Awakening and a lot of people were like, dang, girl, you took me somewhere. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we went somewhere. We went to a whole nother dimension. Yeah, we did. But I do that on a regular basis. Like, I gotta remember not everybody is, I gotta warn y'all. I'm like, I have to warn you. Okay, look, this meditation, you might end up going to other dimensions. Because I think that's where I'm going tonight. So if you want to follow me, come on, get on here, let's go. I have to remember to tell people that, because if you're not like prepared for that to happen, you're just like, whoa, I was out of my body. Yeah, you were. You were out of your body. Yes, you were. And I rather enjoyed it. Yes, 5 minutes twice a day. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, for me, well, yeah. So again, that's why there's going to be a series of 20-minute, no more than 20 minutes, right? Maybe 25 at the max, meditation. And then we'll graduate to longer meditations. It's a little bit more difficult for me for the longer ones because I have to continue to speak. So that, let me tell y'all, that's trippy. Y'all try to guide somebody through some meditation while you go into a whole different dimension. See how that works. And keep your third dimensional mouth going. Whoo, child. Yeah, trance is different. So I've been in a literal separate out of body, not here in this dimension, trance state. I think the longest time was like 4 hours. And when I woke up, it was an entire vision, and I wrote it all down. It was an entire vision. It was crazy. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you. Yeah, those full moon rituals, I probably should like um re kind of package them because they can be used anytime. Was that this last Gemini full moon that I did? Oh no, child. Okay, well, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I guess I want to ask those that are still here with me, and thank you for hanging out with me. I want to run another special for 2020. I want to do something that's gonna be meaningful, but I also would rather do it in a group session or something. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna offer 2020 full energy readings to you all, and I'll put it out on the website. Okay. Um, and I have not forgotten about the past life Akashic record, like doing that as a group. I'm gonna do that over there on Patreon though. So if you guys want to join Patreon for $1 a month, we'll probably do that in January. But I'm thinking, I don't know if you all would be interested in getting 2020 forecasts from me. I'm not going to say they're all going to be astrological because that would take a lot of time. And that's a lot of time. You guys are welcome. So what do you guys think? What would you guys like to see me offer on the website? As far as 2020 insight, forecast, whatever. What do you guys want me to see? What do you guys want to see? Nobody wants to see anything? I won't offer it then. I won't offer it. Okay, well, I guess nobody wants to get 2020 insight. That's cool. I just wanted to offer something I thought you all would be interested in. Okay. All right, we're going to let it go. Just a forecast reading, not astrology. Yeah, it would take too much for me to do the charts. Well, Bebo, this is going to be something that'll be paid. Like, 2020 reading, forecast, energy reading, whatever, which would probably include tarot. And probably, I would feel like we'd be getting a channeled message for each person. For something like $20, like $20.20 or something like that. What do I suggest for you? What do you mean, Sylvia? Sylvia, don't you and I have to schedule some time? We want to see everything you offer. Well, that's going to cost you a little money, baby. Everything. Everything is everything. Right, Sylvia? We have to schedule your time frame because I was so late with you. Okay. So you and I, when we get together, let's try to get together this weekend if we can. We'll figure out what makes sense for that 30 minutes together, okay? We'll figure out what makes sense for that 30 minutes, whatever you want. So, okay, guys, so this is what I'm going to do. 2020 readings, basically, forecasts, for $20.20. Let's make it 2020, okay? And they're going to be short. Do not expect hour-long videos from me. And I think that's going to be a good thing to do. I like that idea. 2020 for your 2020 forecast. Does that sound reasonable to you guys? And Miss Heather, if you have a few minutes when we're done here, I don't know if you're going to bed, but if you have a few minutes, do you have a few minutes for me to call you? Miss Heat Blair? Capricorn is going to bring, actually, this is really good. This new moon is very good for abundance. This new moon is very, very good for abundance. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put this up here on my website. And I'm going to put it everywhere. Y'all going to know when it's up. And if y'all don't order these things and book it, I'm not going to be happy with y'all. Don't have me out here putting stuff up here. All right. Okay, good. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out here. I've been on an hour now. We're done. Tomorrow night, we're going to do basically kind of an energetic / astrological reading for this new moon for each sign. So all 12 signs. So be here for that. And then Friday, I don't know. I might see y'all, I might not. We'll have to see how I feel on Friday. All right? But hopefully we'll get the 2020 option up there. And I have a lot of work to do this weekend. A lot of work. And then Miss Anna, you and I are going to get together. And because I really do want like a 4-person panel coming up here for the new year. Okay? Hey, good night, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me. And, I know this isn't the typical what everybody wants to see, but we got to grow here. We can't be stuck, right? And so those people that are going to grow with me, then let's grow up and glow up, okay? All right, guys. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.